Good day once again, grade 11, and welcome to our personal development class. And now we are in lesson 8. And lesson 8 is all about stress and mental health. Okay, but before we proceed with our discussion, okay, think I need to check first my PowerPoint. Okay, but before we proceed with lesson 8, let's have a little recap of what we discussed in lesson 7. So lesson 7 focuses on self-development, and we were able to discuss different ways that could help you become capable and responsible adolescent prepared for adult life. And what are those ways? First is you should know your priority. Next is you should have focus. Next, be decisive. Then work diligently. Then count, don't count at all. Stay humble, love your dream, and dedicate time. Okay, now for lesson 8. So, what is our objective for lesson 8? So, after going through this module, you are expected to number one, define what is stress. Number two, define what is mental health. And number three, be able to discuss understanding of mental health and psychological well-being to identify ways to cope with stress during adolescence. So our topic for today is very relevant and very timely for this pandemic. Why? Kasi we need to check ourselves. Hindi kinakailangan physically healthy lang tayo. We must be also mentally healthy as well. Yan. At baka mamaya because of the pandemic, no, nakakapektuhan ang ating mental health. Okay, so this is very timely, so I hope you will be able to really understand our lesson. And for you also to take good care of your mental health. Okay, so let's begin. Yan. So let's have first the activity number 1. So for activity number 1, yan, it's entitled Color the Fun Game. So you can check this activity in our module, page 87. So all you have to do is, yan, you need what first? Get your crayons and a paper. And after that, get a sheet of paper and make a table just like in the module in page 88. So this is the module, the table. Yan yun. Gagawa kayo niyan. And after that, get another piece of paper and then divide it into 12. Then color each pair. So dalawa ng dalawa. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, and violet. And make two sets of color. Yung color ng mga nabanggit ko. And after coloring the paper, crumple and make a tiny circle just like nips. O yung nips yung chocolate na kinakain natin. And then pick one of those paper. Yan. So do this like a lottery. Yan. Mag-draw lots kayo. And answer the table according to the color you pick. Yan. Like for example, nakuha mo, ayan, ang nabunot mo ay red. So pag nabunot mo si red, you are going to answer yung question. Ayan. Opposite ni red. So ano yun? What makes you angry? Anong bagay o pagkakataon ka nagagalit? Okay? Then write your answer here in this part of the table. Then after that, again, kuha uli. Yan. Until, no, you finish all the 12 crumpled papers. So pag natapos niyo yung pagbulot ng tigitig isang mga color na yan, so you would be able also to finish no, answering activity number 1 in table no, number 1. So and after that, yan, so below the table, yan. So answer the following processing questions. So we have here 5 questions, you know, for you to answer as part of our processing in the activity. So ano yun? Number 1, after doing the activity, what did you feel? Anong naramdaman mo? Kasi, no, yung activity, no, focusing on our emotions. Ayan. So, ano yung naramdaman mo? Na-release mo ba yung mga emotions mo? Were you able to feel na, uy, parang na-relieve yung nararamdaman ko? Ayan, something like that. Number two, were you able to recall memories that make you feel happy, sad, lonely, angry, afraid, or relaxed? Ayan. So, na-recall mo ba yung mga pagkakataon na yon? Okay, number three. How did your heart react on each color? Ayan. Anong naging reaction daw ng puso mo o nung nagpalpitate ka ba? Bumilis ba yung tibok ng puso mo o bumagal? Ayan. Did it beat fast? Ayan. Number four. When you wrote down your answers, did you still have the same feeling you felt with those things? Ayan. Upon recalling yung emotion na yon, bumalik ba siya? The same feeling ba? Like yung sa anger, ganun pa rin ba yung ka-intense yung galit na naramdaman mo? O kaya feeling love, ganun pa rin ba yung love na naramdaman mo habang isinusulat mo ito? Okay. And number five, have you moved on to the things that made you cry? Nakapag-move on ka na ba? Diba? Lalo sa mga sad moments, kumbaga, it's just a memory. Hindi ka na nalulungkot, o hindi na sumasakit, o kumikulit-kulit yung puso mo. Ayan. Or did you feel uncomfortable? Kumbaga parang kahit na past na siya, matagal na siya, every time na marirecall mo, meron pa rin feeling yung may kirot pa rin, no? Uncomfortable ka pa rin to discuss. Yan. So that's all for activity number one. So thumbs up kung naintindihan po ang activity number one. Okay, so let's begin the discussion. Yan. But before that, let's have a little game. Yan. Actually, this game is being prepared for a face-to-face or synchronous online class. But since I cannot meet some of you for a face-to-face or synchronous class, yan. So just imagine, i-imagine ko rin na sasagot kayo. Okay, so here is the mechanics. So imagine, so you are browsing your Facebook timeline. Ayan, check ka ng mga post ng mga friends mo. And you saw the pictures, the following pictures posted by your friends. Ayan, yung mga friends mo, kanya-kanya sila ng post ng mga pictures. So, ganito dapat ang gagawin. So, using the reaction buttons in our Zoom meeting, you're going to click the reaction you will give in each post. But since hindi nga ito synchronous, so it's more of asynchronous. So let's imagine, ayan, so kayo na lang sasagot habang pinanonood dito kung ano yung reaction na pwede nyo ibigay on the following pictures. Okay, so let's begin. Picture number one. Ayan, nakita mo yung friend mo nag-celebrate ng 18th birthday niya. So what will be your reaction? Happy face, sad face, being, love ba, heart ba ilalagay mo dyan? Thumbs up, thumbs down ba yan? Okay, next. Ayan, nakita ka ng picture ng kandila, tapos madilim yung background niya. So, ano kaya ang pwede nating reaction? Baka one of the family members ng friend mo ay mayroong nag-cry. Yan. So, yung bang emoticon ba na umiiyak? Yan. Ang ating ibibigay dyan. Next. Ayan. Kita mo yung friend mo nag-post. Yan. Talagang pinicturean pa niya yung kamay niya na swero o yung naka-dextrose. Yan. Wala naman nakalagay. So, pwede natin reaction dyan? Feeling sad. Yan. O heart. Kasi nga, you are wishing na sana gumaling siya para pag na-receive na yung heart mo, yan, maging okay siya. Okay, next. Ayan. Picture ng parang nasa bedroom, tapos yung friend mo parang nagmumukmuk dun sa bed niya. Parang feeling sad ang dating. Ganun din ba yung ibibigay mo na reaction for that picture? Next. Ayan. Yung friend mo siguro sobrang saya niya, no? Nagpa-picture siya, ayan, na labas yung tiyan niya. Siguro she is expecting, no, her first baby. Ayan. So, very proud siya, no, na ipakita na, ayan, on the way na yung kanyang buntis. Ayan, heart ba yan? Thumbs up ba yan? Anong ibibigay niyo? Okay, so that's it. So, yan. So, what now we saw, no, are pictures of yung kung ano yung mga pwede nating ano, ah, makita. At by those pictures na pag nakita natin, we could give, no, several reactions. And we can already, no, associate it with yung topic natin for today is yung stress and mental health. Ayan. Kasi not all pictures na pinakita ko masaya, di ba? Some of the pictures na might you, ano no, kumbaga parang pwede kang ma-stress. Ayan. Pwedeng medyo maguluhan ka o mag-iba yung reaction mo, yung mood mo mag-iba. So, by that, no, scenario, you may say na nakaka-stress naman yung picture. Like, for example, yung picture ng candle, no, na madilim. Okay, so pwede kang ma-stress doon. Okay, so let's define first what is stress. Bakit ba pag sinasabi natin na stress, no, parang naiiba yung mundo natin, nawawala tayo sa ulirat, parang gano'n. Okay, so when we say stress, it is a condition characterized by symptoms of physical and emotional tension. Ayan. So, isang kondisyon daw to, no? Mentally, sinabi kasing stress, na mayroong mga simptomas ng physical and emotional tension. Like, ano-ano mga simptomas na yon? Sumasakit ang ulo, pwedeng kinakabahan, ayan, o pwedeng magalit, ayan, emotion eh, di ba, no? And an individual may feel, no, he is struggling to accept changes with physical, mental, and emotional responses. So, pag may stress ka pala, ibig sabihin, no, you are not prepared to accept, no, yung changes o yung pagbabago na nagaganap dyan sa paligid mo, o baka naman you are expecting something na hindi yun natupad, no? Iba yung nag-turn out na ano, no? Kinalabasan. So, pag ganoon, pwede ka ngang, yun nga, magkaroon ng physical, yun nga, sumakit ang ulo, mental, no, pwedeng yun nga, no, mag-isip ka, mag-worry ka, ayan, and even emotional, kabahan ka, umiyak ka, or even magalit. So, ganun daw tayo pag nai-stress. Okay, so, remember this, no, class. Stress is a natural response, no, of the mind and body to a situation in which, no, a person feels threatened or worried. Yan. So it's a natural reaction pala yung stress. Kaya all of us, no, are capable, no, na maramdaman yung stress. Kasi lalo na kapag, no, sabi nga natin, pag tayo ay, when we feel threatened or worried. Yan. So pwede tayong ma-stress lahat. Okay, so moving on. Ayan. Don't you know that stress, no, can be positive or negative? Kasi hindi naman lahat ng stress, no, o pwede tayong magalit, malungkot, di ba? O kaya makapagsabi ng hindi maganda, no? Some stress, no, also consider positive. Kasi bakit? May mga events na positibo, di ba? Like for example, yung parang yung babaeng ikakasal, di ba, no? Kapag nakikita na niya yung kanyang husband na andoon malapit sa altar. So while walking, no, papunta dun sa altar, pwedeng maramdaman niya na, uy, parang umaantak yung tiyan ko. Yung laging sinasabi na parang mayroong butterfly sa stomach, di ba, no? Kasi stress yun na positive kasi you are looking forward to an event na talagamang for a lifetime. Kasi di ba, no? Wedding day mo yun. Tapos yung pinaka lalaki na minimit-himit mo, ayan na, makakasama mo na habang buhay. So, that's considered, no, a positive one when it comes to stress. Negative, syempre, halimbawa, ayan, binigyan kayo ng exam ni teacher, sa pagtingin mo doon sa mga sa test paper, doon sa mga items, Diyos ko, ni isa doon wala kang pinag-aralan. Wala doon, hindi lumabas yung pinag-aralan mo. At syempre, no, magwo-worry ka na, naku, zero, itlog yata ang makukuha ko. So that is considered negative stress. Ayan. So stress, no, was used to describe a variety of unpleasant feelings such as over time, no, we feel angry, ayan, conflicted, overwhelmed, frustrated, or fatigue. So yan yung pag yan ang mga nararamdaman nyo, so you are under stress. Okay, moving on. Ayan. So look at the two pictures. Ayan. Ayan. Pwede nating sabihin na meron dito education. Halimbawa, ito ikaw. And you are what? Surrounded with lots of things. Education, it can be money, it can be work, it can be people, events, environment, and others. Yung others, ito, it can be expectations, relationships, parents, friends, grades, deadlines, uh, family, ayan, your image, your graduation, the school, the test, and even the teachers. And those things that I have mentioned are very much qualified to become our stressors. Ayan, yung mga nagbibigay sa atin ng stress, yung nagkukos, yung nagtitrigger sa atin, no, to feel that stress. Ayan, tinatawag natin mga stressors. Okay, so let's define technically. So what are stressors? Sabi nga, no, these are demanding or threatening events around us. So, ito yung mga bagay, tao, pangyayari sa ating paligid na pwedeng magbigay ng threat no, or demand sa atin. At kapag hindi na tayo nakakope with the changes, no, halimbawa sa event, so pwede tayong ma-stress. And that event no, is considered your stressor. Diba? So these events can cause stress. Yan. The organism's biological and behavioral response no, to the stressor. So yun yung nagiging response natin. Halimbawa, nakita natin yung boyfriend mo, may kasamang iba. Ayan. So, siya yung stressor mo. Bakit? Pagkakita mo may kasama siyang iba, anong naramdaman mo? Naggalit ka, nagwala ka. Yan. So, yun yung response mo because of that stress. Sinong stressor mo? Yung boyfriend mo na may kasama iba. Okay? Moving on. Ayan. So, let's define no, yung three no, categories ng stress. Sabi nga, stress as stimulus, response, and relational. So, when we say stress as stimulus, paano natin malasabi na ang stress is a stimulus? Ayan. So, sabi nga dito, stimulus is something that arouses or incites to activity. Katulad ng sinabi ko, anything no, na pwedeng makatrigger sa'yo. Anything no, na pwedeng mag-push kayo na magkaroon ng kakaibang physical or emotional no, response ay tinatawag yung stimulus. Ayan, sabi nga, stress no, as a demanding or threatening event or situation that causes certain reactions. Yan. So, sino yung mga stimulus? Ito yung mga stressors mo. No? Like, pwedeng nanay mo, tatay mo, boyfriend mo, o yung, ayan na, bigla kang mag-e-exam na hindi mo alam yung sasagot mo. So, those are stressors. So, stimulus po sila. So, pag singular stimulus, kapag plural, stimuli. Okay? Example, ito nga, student who has studied very well in all subjects for the first quarter would likely experience less stress during examination that would a less responsible, unprepared student. So, depende rin pala no, sa tao, depending on our preparedness no, to accept changes. Ito nga, sabi sa example, yung bata na prepared sa exam, pag dumating si test paper, less yung stress na mararamdaman niya kasi prepared siya. Unlike dun sa bata, sa estudyante na hindi nag-aral or iba yung pinag-aralan, pagbagsak ng test paper sa kanya, malaking stress yon kasi nga, wala siyang idea kung ano ang sagot niya. Okay, so that's stress no, as stimulus. Next, what about stress as response? Yan. So sabi nga dito, stress in ways that emphasize the physiological or physical responses that occur when faced with demanding or threatening situations to environmental conditions. So ito yun naman yung response natin sa stressor, di ba? Pwedeng ang psychological, pwedeng physiological or yung physical or biological na tinatawag. So stress is a response of the body to any demand no? Whether it is caused by or results pleasant or unpleasant conditions. So sabi nga dito, many of the physiological reactions that occur when faced with demanding situations, no, like for example, accelerated heart rate, yung bigla na lang bumibilis yung tibok mo. No, that's a response. No, can also occur in response to things that most people would not consider to be truly stressful, such as receiving unexpected good news. O di ba, kapag feeling natin na sinusurprise din tayo, the same din yung reaction, bumibilis din yung tibok ng puso natin. So, unexpected or even unexpected academic award, bigla kang tinawag, no? May special award, saka dun sa pinaaakya. Siyempre, ang bilis din nung tibok ng puso mo, na-surprise ka rin. So, positive stress yon. Pero on the other hand, sabi nga, kapag bigla mo nakita yung test paper, hindi mo alam kung ano yung sasagot, no? That is something negative, no? Okay. So that is stress as a response. Let's move on. What about stress as relational? Yan, from the root word relation. Okay, or relate. Yan. So sabi nga dito, when a person experiencing stress takes a step back to look at the situation that is causing the stress and reflect on it. So relational, situational. So when you are being stressed, ano bang sitwasyon, no? Ano bang event yung nangyayari? Bakit ka nai-stress? Anong pangyayari doon? Anong specific no pangyayari doon sa sitwasyon na nagkokos sa'yo ng stress? Kaya siya relational. Kailangan ma-relate mo, no? When is the time na kapag ano, no, binibilis yung tintig ng puso mo, anong mga pangyayari yun? Kaya siya relational. So, stress is determined by the person environment fit kung saan ka belong sa environment. So, kung ano yung relasyon ng tao sa environment niya. Kaya stress as relational. So, we're done with stress as stimulus, response, and relational. So, thumbs up kung naintindihan po. Okay, so moving on. Ayan. Let me tell you no, a short story. No? I want you to hear the story of Charlotte. Yan. So, si Charlotte, last year na-meet ko siya. No? She is a grade 6 pupil. Yan. Pero wala siya sa Pilipinas. She is residing in Hawaii with her mother and grandmother. Ayan. So, dahil doon nga nagtatrabaho ang nanay at tatay niya, so, I mean, yung nanay niya at ang lola niya, ayan. So, they decided to get Charlotte na doon na rin manirahan at mag-aral sa Hawaii. Okay. So, syempre, no, yung bata, grade 6 o mga 12 years old yan. First time, alabas ng bansa. Kasi nga, no, matagal na trabaho ng nanay niya sa Hawaii. So, lumaki siya na ang kasama niya, tatay niya. Okay. So, first time niyang mawawalay kay tatay. Tapos, pupunta siya sa ibang bansa, yan, no, para mabuhay, nag-aaral doon kasama naman ng nanay niya at ng lola niya. Yan. So, hindi naging maayos yung buhay, no, yung adjustment ni Charlotte sa Hawaii. Anong nangyari kay Charlotte? She experienced a lot of bullying, no, in school. Siyempre, no, may racial discrimination. Asian, tapos sa Hawaii, di ba? Under yan ng, ano, no, ng US. Yan. At the same time, very busy ang nanay at ang lola niya. So when she comes home from school, na dapat maikukwento niya na there are students na binubuli siya. Pag uwi niya, wala siyang kausap. Kasi nga, no, shifting yung nangyayari. O kaya minsan nagsasabay na wala ang lola niya at ang nanay niya kasi nga nag-overtime for work. Sayang naman, ano, pag nasa abroad kasi talagang, no, by the, ano talaga, by the cent, no, kailangan kikitain mo yun, no, hindi mo dapat sayangin. Okay, so, lumala yung sitwasyon ni Charlotte. Ayan. So, bullying in school, pagdating sa bahay, wala siyang kausap. So, hindi natin alam kung ano yung nagra-run sa thoughts, no? At kung ano yung nararamdaman ni Charlotte. Hanggang sa, Ayan, isang araw, no? Her teachers, no, are already complaining there's something wrong with Charlotte. Ayan, iyak ng iyak. Ayan. Tapos on the next week, ayaw nang pumasok ni Charlotte. Even parents niya, ang nanay niya at ang mga lola niya, ang lola niya, hindi na rin alam ang gagawin. No? So, ang nangyari, ayan, dahil nga mahigpit sa abroad, di ba? Yan, naan sila sa welfare ng kids. So, ni-report ng school yung kanyang situation doon sa children's welfare, di ba? Merong agency doon. Tapos tinatawagan sila na kung hindi magagawa ng paraan, no? Kasi baka mamaya daw merong ano, no? Incident na nagpa-trigger doon sa bata, ba't gano'n na lang, ayaw pumasok. Pag gano'n kasi, kukunin siya ng court. Ayan. At dadalhin na lang siya sa isang ano, no? Institusyon. So, ihihiwalay siya sa mga ano niya, nanay niya at saka sa lola niya. So, by that, no, dali-dali nag-decide ang nanay niya at ang lola niya na iuwi siya sa Pilipinas. Yan. At alam nyo, ang findings, kung neurologist siya and psychologist, ayan, Charlotte is already suffering from depression. So, it's one of the mental disorders na kinaharap ngayon ng mga kabataan. Yan. So, buti na lang naagapan. So, Charlotte, no, had undergone yung several psychotherapy, ayan, and even taking medicine. Ayan, kasi nga, no, kapag may mga mental disorder ka, possible na nagkaroon ng ano, no, imbalance yung mga chemical sa brains natin. So, kailangan inuman ng gamot at the same time mag-undergo ng psychotherapy, yung counseling and intervention, no? Psychological intervention. Yan. And after 6 months ng gamutan, so gumaling naman si Charlotte and bago mag-end yung 2019, last year, nakabalik na ulit siya sa Hawaii at ayun, sabihin na uli. So that's the story of Charlotte. Yan. Yan. So ba't ko kinuwento yung story ni Charlotte? Kasi napakaraming Charlotte sa Pilipinas. Hindi lang natin alam. Maraming nire-represent si Charlotte, no, dito sa ating Pilipinas, no, sa ating bansa. So a cry for help. Bakit? So ba't ko kinuwento si Charlotte? Yan. Sabi dito, Philippines has the highest number of depressed people in Southeast Asia. Number 1 tayo, na maraming depressed. Eh kung tutuusin, masayahin ang mga Pilipino, anong nangyari? Bakit maraming depressed? Next, mental illness is the third most common form of disability in our country. So tumataas, no, ang rate ng mental illness sa ating bansa. Pangatlo. Okay. Next, records show a higher number of cases among the youth. So, yung highest case ng depression or third most common ng mental illness, ang mga involved doon ay kabataan. Questionable. Bakit? Diba? Specifically, 3.3 million Filipinos suffer from depressive disorders with suicide rates, no? At mataas yung sa male, no? 2.5 and 1.7 naman sa female. So, mas mataas ang suicide o depression sa mga lalaki rather than sa mga babae. So, by looking at the statistics, no? So, sabi nga, tama yung title ko, A Cry for Help. So, nangangailangan ng tulong. Tapos, sa dagdag pa si pandemya. Karoon tayo ng matinding, worry, pag-alala. Diba? Anong nangyayari sa mundo? Hindi mo nakikita yung virus, hindi mo alam, ayun na pala, pwede ka nang magkasakit. And the worst thing, pwede kang mamatay. So, that impacts our mental health. Pwedeng maapektuhan. Diba? Okay, usapan natin yan. So, let's define mental health. Kasi akala nung iba, kapag physically healthy, no? Okay na siya, healthy siya. Pero don't you know, hindi lang dapat physical, no? Yung mental dapat healthy din. Yung pag-iisip, no? Ayan, dapat maano din siya, na malusog din na tinatawag. Okay, so when we say mental health, let's define mental health. It is a condition of being sound mentally and emotionally, that is characterized by the absence of mental illness and by adequate adjustments, especially as reflected in feeling comfortable about oneself. Ayan. So, being sound mentally and emotionally, ibig sabihin nun maayos, no? Balanse. Mag-isip, pati yung mga nararamdaman mo, balanse. Di ba? Yan. And it is also a positive feeling about others and the ability to meet the demands of daily life. So kapag hindi ka negatibong tao at laging nakikita mo yung positibo dun sa tao sa paligid mo o dun sa pangyayari dyan sa paligid mo, at you would be able to meet nga daw yung demands of daily life kahit na mahirap, no? Nagagawan mo ng paraan. Then, no, technically, your mental health is, good. Yung ibig sabihin nun. Okay? So, moving on. So, when we say nga mental health, no, it means having a good mental health, no, is also what a state of the overall well-being of a person associated with. So, ito yung mga criteria para masabi na meron kang good mental health. Number one, you can set and aim your goals. Kaya mong mag-set ng objective mo kung anong gusto mong ma-attain sa buhay. Next, pangalawa, enjoying your life to the fullest. Na-enjoy mo, no, to the fullest yung buhay, kahit na maraming pagsubok, kahit na medyo mahirap, kahit na may pandemya, kahit di ka tayo masyado makalabas, still, no, we can enjoy ourselves, no, the company of our family, the company of our friends, kahit na online lang muna ang kamustahan, di ba? Next, can have and maintain a good relationship with other people. Kaya mong makisalamuha ng maayos. Kaya mong magkaroon ng maayos na relasyon sa kapwa mo. Hindi yung palagi kang galit, lagi ka nakikipag-away. Diba? Pag lagi ka pala nakikipag-away, no? Pag lagi hindi mo naiintindihan ng kapwa mo, questionable. Baka may problem sa mental health. And the last criteria is able to manage and record from loneliness and stress, no? Recover from loneliness and stress. Kasi part of our life niyan, pwede tayong malungkot. Di ba? Pwede tayong ma-stress. Kaya kanina, diniscuss ko yung stress eh. Kasi nga, marami stressors sa paligid. Maraming pangyayari na pwede tayong malugmok. But the thing is, no? You were able to what? To recover. Diba? Mga ilang araw ka lang malungkot. And after that, sabi mo, tama na. Stop na yung pag-iyak. Move on na. Diba? It's because you have your good mental health. So, tandaan niyo yung apat na criteria na yan. No? Dapat yan. No? You are possessing these four criteria for you to be able to say na I have a very good mental health or very healthy mental health. Okay. Moving on. Ayan. So sabi nga daw, a good mental health does not necessarily mean being happy or successful at all time. Ayan nga, hindi naman palaging masaya or malungkot. Sabi nga, most people feel depressed, lonely, or anxious now and then. Kasi nga, depende nga sa sitwasyon. But those with good mental health can take these feelings in stride and overcome them. So pag maayos ang mental health mo, whatever bad situation you are into, ayan, makaka-overcome ka at makaka-get over ka at makakabalik ka doon sa estado na maayos. Okay? And when such feelings or moods persist and interfere with a person's ability to function normally, though it may be a sign or more serious mental health problem, and time, no, to seek help. Pag doon sa mga nabanggit ko, na hindi ka nakaka-recover, na dapat in ilang days lang o ilang weeks lang na malungkot o maging ganyan yung feelings mo at pag hindi ka nakaka-recover at nagiging worse pa, tapos nag-i-interfere na siya, nagiging sagabal na siya sa abilidad mo na mag-function normally, nagiging bawa, nasisira yung relasyon mo sa paligid mo, no? O kaya hindi ka nakakapag-isip ng tama, nasisira lahat, no? Pati yung decision mo sa buhay, tapos yung goal mo, ayaw mo nang ma-achieve. Aba, there's something wrong. Mukhang kailangan na natin ng professional help, no? Ibig sabihin, no? Time to seek help. Kailangan natin, no, kumonsulta na sa doktor. Okay. So, as an adolescent, relate natin sa inyo. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi dun sa, ano, no, statistics, no, puro kabataan ang nakikita natin, no, o nare-report na merong mental illness or even depression or suicidal attempts. So, as an adolescent, paano natin to i-absorb? Sabi nga, no, it is your task to cope with stress and manage your mental health. So, that's, dahil nga, no, this period is a transition one from childhood, no? To, ayan nga, papuntang adulthood, transition yung adolescent, no? Very stressful para sa inyo. Ano ba, bata ba ako? Matanda na ba ako? Teka muna, ang daming responsibilidad. Kaya ko ba? Ayan. So, dapat you can, no, cope with those stress and manage your mental health. Hindi kayo dapat papalunod dun sa mga hamon ng buhay na tinatawag during your stage. Sabi nga, having a good mental health means that you are stable enough to face challenges brought by the different daily circumstances. Dapat matibay. Diba, no? Yung meron kang disposisyon na, uy, problema lang yan. Hindi kita tatambayan. Diba? Dadaanan lang kita. Okay? And whatever life may bring you, you can bounce back and get into action. So whatever problem no you will encounter, no, dapat ano natin yan, ma-resolve natin at makabalik tayo doon sa normal na buhay. That's why, we are striving to a new normal, no? Dito sa pandemic, kailangan magawan natin ng paraan kasi para maging normal din yung ating mental health. Okay? So moving on. Ayan. So we have here indicators, no? Aside dun sa criteria. So that we could really declare na we do have this kind of mental health. Di ba, no? Number one indicator is the emotional well-being. Yung naman nararamdaman natin. Kailangan, no, na-achieve mo yung life satisfaction, happiness, cheerfulness, and peacefulness yung kapayapaan. Pag nararamdaman niyo yan, okay, check ka dyan sa mental health. Next indicator, pangalawa, psychological well-being. Psychological kasi, no? Combination na ng kung anong iniisip natin tsaka nararamdaman. So, ano yung mga yan? Self-acceptance. So, ever naman kung anong meron ka, tanggapin mo. Personal growth, including openness to new experiences. Ayan. Part ng growing up yan, no? Kung ano yung mga pangyayari, no? Kailangan makaya nating matanggap at open tayo dyan. Optimism, positivity, hopefulness, purpose in life, control of one's environment. Dapat kontrolado mo pag mayroong kakaibang nangyayari na, teka, hindi ako papa-apekto. Oops, kailangan presence of mind. Ganun yan, no? Spirituality, malakas ang ating pananampalataya, meron tayong magandang relasyon sa Panginoon, self-direction, and positive relationships. Diba? Whatever man may happen, no, dapat laging maayos yung relasyon natin sa ating kapwa, lalo na sa pamilya at sa mga kaibigan. Pag yan, meron ka, well, check ang mental health mo when it comes to psychological well-being. And the last indicator is social well-being. Social, ibig sabihin yung pakikisalamuha natin sa ibang tao. Of course, dapat may social acceptance. Tanggap mo sila at tanggap kanila. Diba? Whatever characteristic na you are displaying, diba, or behavior you are displaying, dapat tanggap kanila at sila tanggap mo. Diba? Belief, paniniwala in the potential of people and society. Ayan, kumbaga, meron tayong simpatya o tiwala na kailangan natin ng tao sa paligid, di ba? O hindi tayo pa pwedeng mabuhay na pag walang tao sa paligid, di ba? Or even personal self-worth. Kita mo yung halaga mo, di ba, no? Alam mo yung kahalagahan mo, no? Yung kailangan ka nila, di ba? At sila kailangan mo. And usefulness to society and a sense of community. So kung nararamdaman mo yan, check. So tatlo yung check mo na. So tatlong indicators that you are possessing a very good mental health. Okay, moving on. Ayan. So paano ba natin pangangalagaan? So how, no? To maintain positive mental health. Kasi nga, no, at this point in time, no, being adolescent, no, bombarded kayo with all the responsibilities, dagdag pa si pandemya. So, paano nyo pangangalagaan si mental health? Parang hindi na tayo madagdag dun sa statistics na sinasabing mataas na depression na coming from the youth or mataas na suicidal, no? Or mental illness coming from the youth. Okay. So, we have here, no, developing self-help skills. So, paano mo tutulungan ma-develop, no, yung sarili mo. Tulungan ang sarili mo. Number one, connecting with people. Diba? Yung kapag meron tayong kausap na ihinga natin yung ating mga nararamdaman, sama ng loob, diba? Hindi yung palagi ka nagmumukmuk, no? Yun ay nakakatulong for you to have a very good mental health. Yan, sound body, sound mind. Kasi kung ano yung mga iniisip mo, no, na ikukwento mo. At kung may mali dyan at naikwento mo, pwede ka nilang itama. So, connect with people. Handaan niyo yan, ha? Huwag sasarilinin. Huwag magmumukmuk. Huwag yung i-isolate ang sarili. You need to connect with people. Diba? Next, stay positive. Ayan, huwag kakainin ng mga negatibong pag-iisip. Kailangan laging positibo. No? Sipin nyo na lang ako, no? I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Di ba? In the year 2016. So, nung time na yun siguro, kung kinain ako ng negatibong pag-iisip, syempre pwede kong isipin, with cancer yung sakit ko, pwede akong mamatay in 3 or 6 months kasi aggressive yung cancer cells na na-detect sa akin. So kung hindi ako naging positibo, siguro you will never meet me as your teacher in personal development kasi naging negatibo. Pwede siguro kung matigok agad-agad na. Pero I choose to stay positive kasi gusto kong alagaan yung mental health ko. So, ang iningatan ko nun ay yung huwag akong ma-depress at kailangan labanan ko yung cancer. And with that, naman ako, tagumpay ako. So, praise God. Okay, next. Getting physically active. Importante yan. O, yan, nasa bahay lang kayo. Baka hindi kayo kumikilos-kilos. Kailangan, we see to it na kung di man tayo makapag-exercise regularly, meron tayong physical na mga bagay na ginagawa. You can help with your household chores. Yan, sa loob ng bahay. Kailangan kumikilos. Bakit? Kapag ikaw napawisan, kumilos ang katawan mo, di ba? Naging active physically, nakakatulong yun para mag-normal ang functioning ng brain. Tandaan niyo yan, nakakaano yan. Isa sa mga panlaban yan sa depression, kailangan physically active po ang isang tao. Next, helping people, di ba? Alam niyo yung pakiramdam na kapag nakakatulong ka sa ibang tao, that is something priceless na, uy, may silbi pala ako. Pupunta yun sa connecting with others eh. So, find time to help people. Hindi naman kinakailangan financially lagi yung atake pag tutulong, no? Pwede tayong mag-render ng service natin, di ba? Pwede tayong, di ba? Tumulong na hindi naman money yung involved, di ba? Next, getting enough sleep. Ayan, for teenagers, alam ko dapat more than 8 hours, no? Kayo ay nakakatulog everyday. Bakit? Kasi alam niyo, ang taong walang tulog, nakaka-apektuhan niyan ang brain, ang functioning ng brain. So, kailangan talaga tayo ay nakakatulog ng sapat. Para saan? Para tayo makapag-isip ng matama. At pag tayo marunong at tamang nag-iisip, makakapag-decide tayo ng maayos. Katandaan niyo yan, class. Okay? Eating well. Hindi lang basta eating well, hindi sa dami yan, ha? You eat nutritious foods, balance diet, no? Hindi lang puro meat, kailangan, balanse, may gulay, may prutas, di ba? And lots of water. Tandaan niyo yan, importante, no? Ang tubig sa katawan. And of course, developing coping skills. Ayan. Kasi nga, we are bombarded with lots of, yung problems in life. So, kailangan, marami tayong mga skills, pamamaraan, on how, we can cope with those problems. Yan. Kung hindi kaya, yun nga, go back to, yan, first step, connect with people, humingi ng tulong. Diba? Ayan, so I just hope, these ways, could really help you maintain your positive, and healthy mental health. Okay? Moving on. Ayan. So, nasa last part na tayo ng discussion. Sabi nga, remember, mental health problems are really common. So, it's normal. Kasi lahat tayo nakaka-encounter ng problema, di ba? And they are not a sign of weakness and can happen to anyone. So, kahit sino pwedeng kapitan ng mental problems. Kapag hindi kayo makapag-cope kagad or kulang sa skills in coping. Then, mental health can be prevented and can be treated. Lahat yan pwedeng magamot. Basta alerto lang tayo, aware lang tayo na kailangan na natin ng tulong. At ang pinaka-importante sa lahat, tandaan niyo to, it's okay not to be okay. Not all the time laging masaya. So may mga moment din na malungkot, no? May moment din na iiyak tayo. May moment din na magagalit tayo. But after that, kailangan andoon yung, we are aware of our emotion. Yan. And after being aware, may awareness ka, dapat, nag-iisip, anong dapat mong gawin? Do you want to stay, in that situation or in that feeling? Diba? Of course, sa lungkot, ayoko magstay dyan. So, kung ayaw mo magstay, think, for a plan. Anong gagawin mo para maging masaya ka? Diba? So, yun lang. It's okay na to be okay, pero hindi okay, natatambayan mo yung problema. Kaya lagi lang ating sinasabi, daanan ang problema, huwag ang bayan. Okay? So sabi nga, make your mental health a priority. Diba? Pag meron ng something dyan na bumubulo sa isip mo, gawin mo priority, manap ng kausap, yung kausap ng mga katulong. Ha? So always remember, ito, isa sa mga the best way for you to become healthy, mentally. Think positive, talk positive, and feel positive. So be positive all the time, para maging mentally healthy. So thumbs up po kung ako ay nakatulong sa inyo about uh, enhancing or making your mental health positive. Okay? Yan. So mental health begins with me. Manggagaling palagi sa sarili mo yan. So always take care of your mental health. Yeah. At dahil dyan, allow me to discuss the different activities for this lesson. So for activity number 2 ay napakadali lang. So ito yung ating word puzzle, page 90 sa ating module. All you have to do is to, read each item, tapos hahanapin nyo lang dito sa word puzzle. Then write, the answer. Yun lang. Answer na lang po. Huwag nang kopyahin tong word puzzle. Okay? Thumbs up kung naintindihan ang lesson number 2. Next. For lesson or activity 3 naman. So, ito naman yung learning the skill. Stress as stimulus, response, and relational. So, na-discuss ko na yung difference, Kailan natin masabi na si stress as stimulus, as response, or relational. Ayan. Bakit? Itong gagawin ninyo. Number 1. List down experience that you had when it comes to stress. So, isipin mo yung mga experiences mo. Sa tingin mo na stress ka. Then, upon listing, pag nalilista mo na, naisulat mo na, I want you to identify whether it is a stress, a stimulus, lalagay niyo rito sa baba. Kung siya ay nakatrigger sa'yo, stimulus siya. Kung stress as response, nagalit ka, kinabahan ka, response yun. Or relational, ito yung naging, relation mo or connection mo dun sa environment kasi environmental siya. So, stress as relational siya. Diba? And on the 4th column ng table natin, I want you to write ways on how you can nurture your mental health and well-being. So aside dun sa mga ways na nabanggit ko, ikaw, alam ko, you have your own pamamaraan, ways, on how to take good care of your mental health. Diba? Very creative naman ang mga kabataan. So ikaw, paano mo pinangangalagaan ang mental health mo? So sulat lang dito, ways, siguro at least 3 ways on how to nurture your mental health. Okay? So, thumbs up kung naintindihan ang activity number 3. Next. Ayan naman. For activity number 4 naman, ayan. So, may graphic organizer tayo dito. Ayan. So, anong ibig sabihin? Anong ilalagay dito sa graphic organizer dito? So, sabi nga doon, no, to nurture your mental health. Ayan. So, you're going to do is to what? State the things that you do with your five senses to have a good mental health and well-being. Halimbawa, so paano mo maipopromote ang mental health when it comes sa sight? Ayan, sa mga nakikita mo. 'Di ba? Siguro ako hindi na ako titingin doon sa pangit para hindi ako ma-stress. Hindi ganoon, 'di ba? O kaya hindi ko natitingnan yung nakakainis na kaaway ko palagi. Yan. Next, movement sa galaw. Siguro hindi ako magiging dalas-das para hindi ako napipilayan, di ba? Ayusin ko yung paglalakad ko. Yan. So, para hindi ako ma-stress. Sa smell naman, siguro maglinis ako palagi ng katawan. Ayan, ganyan. Para feeling fresh, tsaka smelling fresh. Para hindi ako ma-stress, di ba? Or sa touch. Ano naman yung concern mo sa touch, di ba? Yan, siguro lang yung kung yayakapin ng nanay ko para hindi ako ma-stress. O, di ba? Yan. And hearing, ano yung mga gusto mong marinig? O, makikinig na lang ako ng music kaysa dun sa away ng kapitbahay. Yan. So, something like that. No? So, part of nurturing your mental health. So, thumbs up kung naintindihan po ang activity number 4. Okay, moving on. Ayan. For activity number 5 naman, ito yung sharing is caring natin sa page 92. Ayan. So you will just write the threats and opportunities of the given situation. So write your answer in a separate answer sheet. So gayahin nyo na lang din po itong ating diagram dito. Like example. So halimbawa, ito yung situation. Consistent 5 first honor from grade 7 to 10. So ano kaya yung possible threat para maging hindi ka maging consistent o bigla kang bumaba, mawala ka sa honor roll, di ba? And what will be the opportunity naman, yung mga pagkakataon na maganda kung palaging consistent honor ka. So isusulat ko lang din dito. Next, another situation, transferring from another school. Anong pwedeng maging threat? Pwede ka bang hindi maka-adapt? Pwede ka bang mabully? Parang ganoon. Or what will be the opportunity naman pag nag-transfer ka? O pwede namang ma-showcase mo yung talent mo, no? Kasi ibang eskwela niya. O makamit ka ng mas maraming kaibigan. So, ganun din sa pangatlong situation at dito rin sa pang-apat na sitwasyon. Just write the threat and the opportunity in each situation. So, thumbs up po kung naintindihan po ang gagawin sa activity number 5. And of course, ito yung pinaka-favorite ng lahat, the last activity, which is activity number 6. So, you are going to write your reflection in your journal notebook. So, write what you have learned, what did you realize from having this session. So, what this lesson could help you become a better person. How this lesson can help you maintain and improve your mental health. So, ganun lang po ka. Simple. Yan. So, thumbs up po. Ulit. Yan. Maghili ko pala thumbs up. Kung naintindihan nyo ang activities 1 to 6 na gagawin for this lesson. So, I just hope I was able to impart yung my knowledge about stress and mental health. So, very important po na pangalagaan natin ang mental health. And if you think you need someone to talk to, ayan, so, pwede niyo akong i-chat, o pwede niyo rin akong i-video call, ayan, kasi gusto ko rin makatulong. So, I could be, of help to you guys. Okay? So, good luck and see you the next lesson po. Bye, guys!